Hello, my name is Tomato Vasico. I speak the tomato. So it's a very exciting episode of my channel. It's not an episode, it's a video, but I finished Batman Beyond. And I have a terrible disease. I don't know if anybody else has this. I loved this show. I thought it was incredible. I loved this show. It is my favorite Batman related show. I haven't watched any others, but loved it. Here's the thing. When I complete either a book series, not necessarily a book, but definitely a book series, a movie series, a TV show series, once I finish, instead of feeling like accomplished and saying, yeah, I finished that series, I'm like, I'm never gonna be happy again. So that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I also, I have a terrible disease. You know how some people get Sunday scared? I talk about this, like, all the time, so I'm, like, not, like, with myself, not with you guys, but, like, with myself, so, like, I'm not talking about anything other, except for this brief time I want to discuss it. I have a terrible case of Sunday scaries every single night, and I was doing so good. Do nothing all day, or the harder the day was, the more the Sunday scaries will be. Or if I have, like, maybe I had a really good day. Today was a good day. I finished Batman Beyond. It was incredible. However, since I've been having such a couple bad, like, days in a row, the Sunday scaries are intense, because I'm like, what if tomorrow's bad? And I just really struggle with nighttime. I have, like, nighttime blues. I have permanent Sunday scaries every single night, because I'm terrified for tomorrow, but I also want it to happen so fast, because I hate the nighttime. I'm not a nighttime girl. My favorite, I also hate starting the day. Those are the two, like, the night and starting the day are the two hardest times for me, and it's lovely that they're back to back. So my favorite time to be alive is, like, 12 o'clock to, like, 7 o'clock. That's peak Alexa. Nobody's gonna watch this, it's fine. Pretend you didn't hear my legal name. That's peak Tomato Basil Girl time. I'm anxious now. Nobody's gonna watch this. Okay. It's peak Tomato Basil Girl time because I don't feel stressed out. But, like, once it hits, like, 8 o'clock and then, like, until, like, 12 o'clock the next day, I am stressed. That's kind of how I'm feeling now. It always makes me feel better when I talk about it. I definitely am not one of those people who can just, like, go, and, like, not talk about how I'm feeling. It's really hard for me to do that. So, pro tip, the thing that helps me most when I'm feeling uncomfortable feelings is I love making video diaries. I have a personal channel where I just yap to myself. It's just for me. This is also just for me. Nobody actually watches these videos, but I do like having, like, a thing I post publicly for, like, the media I consume. I enjoy that. And I also have, like, like, same as, like, this is, like, my media channel. I also have a media journal where I write reviews on literally everything because I'm fighting against the literacy crisis single-handedly. But I also have a personal journal where I write my feelings, and the thing that's been helping me most is, like, writing how I feel in a very logical way. I also, and I'll make this quick, I promise. I'll get to Batman Beyond in a sec. I am so sorry. But I also think it's, like, very, like, you are allowed to, feelings are natural. That's, like, the hardest thing I've ever had to learn in therapy is, like, you literally cannot control how you feel about anything. You cannot control any of your feelings. You can control your reactions. And so if you want to be a crazy bitch in your journals and cuss everyone out and tell everyone, like, you're gonna hex them and, like, curse their bloodlines, that's your journal, babe. A thing I really struggle with because of my OCD, you're like, you have so many mental illnesses. I do. A thing that I really struggle with because of my OCD is, like, people are going to read my journals. People are going to watch my video diaries and hold it against me. So I've been practicing honesty, and again, if you want to be, like, I don't want to say dramatic, but if you want to be, like, maybe, like, extreme in your journals, you have every right to, but I feel like what helps me most is, like, logically being like, I feel this. This is exactly how I feel. This is why I'm feeling it, and address it, and then, like, after I feel better about talking about it, then I'll, like, watch a YouTube video, I'll watch a movie, I'll read a book, just something to distract me. But I feel like what isn't helpful is, like, immediately distracting myself, because that's just running from the emotion. I do think what's helpful is, like, addressing the elephant in the room, and then doing that. Okay, we're gonna talk about Batman Beyond now, but I have to go get water, so give me 1 second. Okay. I am back. Feeling much better. You'll feel so much better when you talk about it, even if it's something small. Anyways, that was my unsolicited mental health advice. My credentials are I'm mentally ill. Speaking of which, here's my lithium. Here's my Risperidone. I'm currently out of my Lexapro. And then my Prazosin, which is nightmare pills. This helps. If you have really bad nightmares, I highly recommend this. It's not a fix-all. If you're like super stressed, you might still have nightmares, but it's really helpful. And then I have my glass of water. Life tip. I promise I will start talking about Batman Beyond in 1 sec. I get so annoyed when like a creator, like I click on a video for a specific thing and they keep talking about other things. Like, shut up and just do the thing. But I love talking, so I'm a hypocrite. I'm aware. There's these local lemonades to Arizona called like Arizona Lemonade or like something like that. And they're pretty good, but they come in these big jars. They're so good. So I drink all my water out of this jar in this one specific straw. It is giving me microplastics. I don't care. It's so small that it makes drinking the water more enjoyable. We're going to take the Prazosin later because those are my nightmare medications. We're going to take those before bed. But I do have this glass of orange juice. I hate taking my pills with water. I love taking them with the juice. Look at this little... I thrifted this. It is so cute. It's like the perfect size too. It's so cute. I have a really good collection of mugs. I want more, but like I have a good collection so far. Okay, 6-minute intro, 7-minute intro. Let's talk about the long-awaited Batman Beyond. So, I always like starting off like my like journal entries about like the books I'm reading, the TV shows I'm watching, the movies I'm watching, or like the anything really with the background, like my background relationship to this, like how I got introduced to it. If like it's something I like watched as a child and now I'm rediscovering. So my lore of Batman Beyond is I just got a portable DVD player. Should I have an episode playing while we do this? Wait, that would be so much fun. Yeah. I just got this portable DVD player. If you want to invest in physical media and you have the money, I highly recommend a portable DVD player. It's not needed, and I would say that like if you're gonna get anything, just get a regular DVD player, or if you have an old PlayStation, just play Blu-ray. Just saying. But I love my portable DVD player. So I just got a portable DVD player and I was looking to get some DVDs. There is a store called Bookman's in Arizona. Oh my god, now that I know all the characters, it makes it so much more fun. There was a store called Bookman's in Arizona, which is like a physical media bookstore. It's kind of the only place I can compare it to is like Half Price Books, where like they have first-hand stuff, but they specifically Bookman's is primarily second-hand stuff, especially with the DVDs and stuff. I'm pretty sure every single DVD is second-hand. Same with Half Price Books. I actually would love to do a whole video. It wouldn't be very useful to anybody besides people who like live in Arizona, but comparing Barnes & Noble, Half Price Books, and Bookman's. I'm a Barnes & Noble hater, and it is because I can't afford anything at that store. Sorry. But Bookman's is a lot like Half Price Books, but Half Price Books is like book central. Bookman's is like physical media, which books are, but like DVD central. And they also have like way better like CD and vinyl section. So I was just looking at DVDs, and I had been wanting to watch a Batman show. I was really thinking of Teen Titans. I actually have the complete second season on DVD, and it's on Tubi for free, which I'm, at the end of this video, I'm going to talk about, like, the next shows I plan to watch, and I will be talking about Teen Titans. And the primary reason I want to watch Teen Titans is because I want to watch Young Justice. I've heard great things about it, specifically the first 2 seasons. And so I was just looking around, and I saw this, and I got it a whim. It was still in the packaging, like, it had never been open. And I was like, you know what, I'll get this, and I fell in love. This is what, I loved it so much, I got the whole series on DVD, which we'll talk about in a second, but this is what the cover looks like, and then this is what it's one of those, it's like a, you know, slip, I think they're called slip cases. This is, and then, I actually love this so much, this makes me so happy. So I'm gonna put that in as I talk to you. But, yeah, I saw this on a whim. Other lore that, like, I'm not gonna get too much into, but my dad was in the hospital because he was in an accident. And so I really had nothing else to do except watch Batman videos. So I started watching this, and I really enjoyed it. I watched the first season plus another 8 episodes in season 2 in less than 24 hours. And I really, really, really enjoyed it. If you know nothing about Batman Beyond, I don't know why I struggle so much to describe it. It is not about Batman. And you're like, why is it called Batman Beyond? It is about who takes over after Batman. Basically, like, this is, like, minor spoilers, like, the first couple episodes. Batman is, like, a reclusive guy. He lives up in his manor. He doesn't talk to anyone. He's, like, a little bitch. And if you're like, do you hate Batman? You're gonna, like, watch this video and you're like, do you hate Batman? I do. And if you're like, can I get context? The only context you need is I watched Under the Red Hood. So that's, and I'm a Jason Todd kitty. That's all you need. But I hate Batman. I hate Bruce Wayne. But he's, like, very reclusive. And then Terry McGinnis, I think that's how you, like, say his last name. I really struggle to say his last name, so I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. Terry McGinnis, his dad dies. This takes place in a futuristic Gotham. This was made in 1999 and aired from 1999 to 2001. I don't know, like, every single lore behind it. I will say, men in Batman fields love to be like, you don't know every single underwear Bruce Wayne wears in Telltale Batman? You're a LARP. What? So forgive me if I don't know all my fucking facts. I also don't know any other thing Terry is in. I'm going to go look at my library immediately after filming this video, or if not after tomorrow, and be like, what the fuck is Terry McGinnis in? Because I need more of him. He also is Batman's biological child. That's never addressed in Batman Beyond, but I guess that's a real thing that is, like, true. So I'm gonna have to figure out, like, when I can get that information. That's all I know. But, Terry's father dies, and so, like, just like every other Robin, but Terry's not a Robin. He's Batman. Just like every other predecessor of Bruce Wayne, something traumatic happens to the child, and the child's like, Bruce, help me. And Bruce is like, I don't do that anymore. And then Bruce helps him. And that's how Terry became Batman. So, Terry is, like, the new Batman, and it takes place in a futuristic Gotham, which I wasn't at all prepared for. I also didn't know who the fuck Terry was. I was like, who is this man? Because I thought it was Dick Grayson at first. I had literally no idea who this man was. And I was like, who is this man? So, he takes over for Batman, but Bruce is still, like, Bruce is in almost every single episode. There's only a couple, 3 episodes he's not in, and that's because he's, like, off on a business trip, and they still talk about him, because it's Terry being like, he's so fucking annoying, he makes me work so much harder when he's gone, and Max being, you'll figure out who Max is in a sec, Max being like, why, you know? So that's incredible. But I love Terry and Bruce's dynamic. They're so funny together. They're so funny. But it takes, like, a super futuristic Gotham. There's also, like, there's gangs in Gotham. There is villains. Also, this is, like, nothing like any other version of Batman, you know? But what I mean by that is, like, you don't have the traditional villains, you don't have the traditional sidekicks. The only character besides Bruce we get that's, like, was in that was in, like, previous Batman is Barbara Gordon. Barbara's in, and she's the commissioner now, which is so fucking cool. I don't like police, but I do love the Gordon family. I do. I love them. I love James Gordon. I love Barbara Gordon. I do. It's incredible. And they have Mr. Freeze in, like, one of the earlier episodes because he's, like, immortal. But there's, like, a new cast of villains, and it's super futuristic. But, like, so there are, like, specific villains, but there's also, like, gangs. So, like, there's the Joker gang, the T gang, and then the Cobra Gang, which is like weird reptile weirdos. And that's just like a thing you have to accept. It doesn't ever really get explained, like, why is there so many weird, unhinged gangs in Gotham. Like, it's one thing to have, like, gangs in, like, a low class, like, Gotham. Like, I get it, like, low class people are, like, they get taken advantage of. I get that. But, like, Bruce Wayne is doing so much. The rich do so much for the lower class. And that's why there's gangs. Because of the rich. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I guess I just answered my own question. But, there's, like, never explained, like, and the gangs, like, again, I can't, like, emphasize how, like, not normal the gangs are. The gangs are, like, weird freaks. Like, they're just weird bitches. And we just have to accept that. And, yeah, it's super, like, futuristic and, like, high-tech. I am not a sci-fi girl, and you'll realize, like, if you watch my videos, I keep coming back to the sci-fi genre. I don't know why I don't like sci-fi. It's, like, I don't enjoy it. I've never enjoyed it, but my favorite shows and things are, like, Ninja Turtles, Batman. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe I do like sci-fi, but I'm not willing to admit that just yet. So, I watched season 1 in, like, less than 24 hours, and I was like, this is really good. And so I had to watch like half of season 2 illegally because I didn't have it on DVD, and I went out of the way to get a library card at a new library just to get Batman Beyond on DVD. But right before I picked up my hold, I went to Walmart, and for $20. So that's how I watched the rest of the show. There's also a movie that's in between season 2 and season 3 called Joker Returns, and I watched that one through illegal. I watched that one illegally. And that was fine. Illegal websites they suck so much. I don't have anything against it. I don't care if you use illegal websites. They're just so inconvenient, and there's so much on it. But this is, I actually broke it. So this one's hanging out. This is what it looks like. I haven't looked at the special features yet. But I plan to. But it's every single disc looks like this except for the last one, which is the special features. Which, how do I put this back? Okay, I'll do this later. I'm also missing the last disc because it's in my PlayStation. I was watching this on my PlayStation. Anyways. Oh my god, it looks so much older. Season 1 looked so much older. But the point is, I really did like the show because of season 1. Season 1 got me hooked, but what really had me stick around was season 2. Season 2 is incredible. Season 2 is so good. Back to back to back to back to back episodes. There are so many things I like about season 2. And the main one being we really get to see Terry shine. Lore behind Terry, he went to juvie for like 90 days. We don't figure out why until season 3, so I'm not going to tell you why. But it's like hinted at throughout the whole series that he went to juvie for 90 days because he was a bad boy when he was 14, and like he was a really roughed up childhood, and we just get to see him grow so much. He has a little brother, and they're so cute. Like Terry's such a little menace, and like he's so mean, but I love him so much. And he's like friends with everyone at school, and he's so loving. He's like charming and witty and smart and funny and kind, and he is like everything Batman needs to be. He is so unlike at least in this show, Bruce is not sociable. Bruce like is very antisocial. He does not like people, and Terry is like so loving, and he's so sweet. Also, season 2 introduced my favorite character besides Terry, my favorite side character at least, Max. Max is incredible. Max is a bad bitch. She has pink hair. She wears a yellow shirt. I love her so much. She gets introduced in an episode where it's like about the Joker gang, and like one of the Jokers was mad at her for like having a higher SAT score than her. And she finds out who Batman is, which is obviously Terry, and they form a friendship after that. It does like a couple episodes where like it will introduce a side character and then we'll never hear from them again. Max is one of the few side characters that stuck around, and I'm so glad she did. Her and Terry's friendships brings me so much joy. I love it so much. They are so much fun together. I'm so glad they have each other. And again, like, Terry's, like, I think he's, like, one of the most lovable characters I have ever witnessed. I genuinely don't know how anyone could dislike him. I love him so much. He's so funny. I just love him. And, like, I do not want to be with Terry. He is a child, first off. I'm 19, he's 17. That's weird. You can disagree with me, but that's weird to me. I don't like 17-year-olds. But also, I'm not... I feel like a lot of the time when you love a male character as a female, people are like, oh, so you want to be with him. No! I don't want to be with anybody in the Bat family. They are all... They're all gay, first off. And second off, they're all, you know, you can slut-shame women all you want. Slut-shame those brat boys. They are whoring themselves out. And also, I just want to be their friend. I think people are confused with wanting to be, like, friends with men and wanting to be with men. I feel like people don't understand that, like, those two things are different. And people don't believe when you want to be friends. I would love to be friends with Terry McGinnis because he's really funny and really smart and really cool. And I also think he's a really well-written character. And I really, 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 really loved him as a character. And I really thought he was well-written. And I can't, like, I want you, like, I'm begging you, like, I'm putting the essence of Terry into you. Please just read. Please just watch this show. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I don't know. I'm trying to convince everyone I know to watch it. Nobody wants to watch it. Nobody wants to watch Batman with me, so. Losers. This show is so good, though. This show is so good. Max is such a good side character. I also think, like, I love Max as a character, but my favorite part about Max is that it shows so much about Bruce's relationship with Batman and, like, with inviting people into, like, his, like, group. Max doesn't even go to the Batcave. I think if the show got canceled, which sucks. And it came out, the last episode was in 2001, so, like, I don't think we're getting a reunion. But Max is never allowed in the backstage. Just because Max knows who Batman is does not mean she's a part of the group. And that is because of Bruce. I would bet you $1 million if Terry had an option, Max would be a part of the group. Maybe not in the beginning. No, not in the beginning. But later on, Terry would have invited her. Bruce is so reclusive. I think this is one of the most accurate versions of Bruce. Bruce is a little bitch. And he's an old grumpy man. Bruce is Grumpy Bear. Bruce doesn't want to be involved. Bruce doesn't want to be involved with anyone, okay? I also think it talks about Batman in such an interesting way. The Return of the Joker has Tim Drake in it. Jason Todd's never mentioned. Dick Grayson is mentioned. He never shows up. We never get to see Dick Grayson. Tim Drake is mentioned, and we get to see him. And we get to see Barbara, and she talks about it in such a resentful way. Also, Barbara and Bruce dated. And that's how I feel about that. But, that's, like, the one flaw with the show. That's the one flaw. I love Terry. It looks so old. Also, Bruce just permanently looks like he has jaundice. He, like, permanently has yellow eyes. I don't know what that's about. I don't know who made that decision, but I do find it really funny. But, like, Barbara talks about it in such a resentful way. And, like, I feel like it's such a good way to talk about it. Because, like, when people are like, Bruce loves his kids. Bruce does love his kids. Bruce absolutely loves his kids. Is Bruce a good father? No, and I will die in the hill. Because good fathers don't let their children become vigilantes. 12-year-olds don't need to become vigilantes. 17-year-olds don't need to become vigilantes. Babies don't need to become vigilantes. Bruce is not a good dad. He's a terrible dad. And he also dated Barbara Gordon, which is weird. So... that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't think Bruce is a good father. I think he's a really bad dad. I think he's really terrible at his job, which is parenthood. That's my opinion. But, I think it really talks about Batman in, like, a very interesting way. Like, I feel like a lot of the time Batman's talked about, like, a very romanticized way, and I really think it's good that we're like, no, like, Barbara's traumatized, Tim is traumatized. Dick Grayson doesn't talk to his daddy anymore. Bruce Wayne is Dick Grayson's daddy. We don't hear anything from Dick Grayson. We don't hear a... we don't hear a word from baby boy Dick. Anyways, season 3 was good too. I didn't love it as much as season 2, but it was good. Both season 1 and season 3 are only 13 episodes, and season 2 is 26 episodes. I will say my favorite episodes from season 3 were the gorilla episode. You're like, what is the gorilla episode? A gorilla escapes the scientist, and he can speak English. It was cute. Also, Batman has a dog. Bruce has a dog. And every single episode that centers the dog, Ace, is an incredible episode. There is one episode where Terry's being a little dipshit to Ace. And this shows his character growth. He's like, I don't like this dog. And then at the end of the episode, he's like, don't touch my dog! And to a bad guy, and he saves Ace's life. And then throughout the series, he loves Ace, and he's super nice to him, and he loves Ace. And it's so cute. It's so cute. I love Ace. But season 3 also had two two-parters, which there was never a two-parter before. Well, no, I don't think there was. Maybe in season 1. I don't think so. I just watched Batman hit Terry. He's beating him with his cane. I just love this show. I'm really sad it's over. I'm really sad it's over because I really loved it. And I'm gonna miss it a lot. I'm gonna take my Prezzo in. No, I'm not saying that right. Because I'm about to go to bed. But real quick, before I head out, let's talk about the TV shows I plan to watch now that I've completed Batman Beyond. Okay, we're done. We finished her. Oh, I held her up. I'm sorry, Terry. We finished her. It was very good. R.I.P. to the goat. Okay, so I'm trying to come up with more of a routine for myself. I have really bad ADHD, and finding a routine is like really hard. But before I become employed, which will hopefully be soon, I don't have anything lined up. I'm just manifesting. Sorry, I got distracted by Beyond. Again, I have ADHD. I have like a really piss poor routine, and I would like to figure out like a routine that works for me before I start working or start school, just so it can be all fucked up, and then I can find a new routine. But I'd like to find one now. as like a stomping ground. So my goal is, I know once I start working, my goal for like, I want to have a morning routine and an evening routine before and after work. And I don't plan to have a morning routine where like I eat like protein bars and go to the gym at 5 a.m. and like do like 57 push-ups before the sun rises. My morning routine that I'm going to work for is eating breakfast, because that's important, and then watching TV. And then my evening routine, I want to be just relaxing and watching movies. But since I don't have like a job right now, I think for the evening, when I'm like doing other stuff, I want to have like an evening show, like a afternoon show that I can watch, like throughout the evening, throughout the afternoon, that I can like watch during then, just because I don't have anything else to do right now. But I want mornings to be show time, evenings to be movie time, and then, because I don't have a job, in the middle. I also like watching 2 TV shows at once. Right now, I'm gonna finish Widow's Bay. I'm on episode 3. I plan to finish that this week. But after that, my afternoon show will be Teen Titans. I have season 2 on DVD, and I really want to get the whole series on DVD. They have it at Walmart for $29. So I do plan to watch it, but they have it on Tubi, so, and I can just watch season 2, and it's like 12 episodes each, 13. It's like 13 episodes each season. So, and I really want to watch Young Justice. So, and then my morning show is going to be, hold on, it's out of order. Don't look. I've watched the show before, but I've never rewatched it. I did a partial rewatch when I was a junior in high school, and I just never finished it. But I'm really excited. I'm like not like super hyped to watch this, but I know once I start it, I'm going to fall back in love. And I'm really excited to write reviews of it. So yeah. But that is everything. Yeah, go watch Batman Beyond. It's such a good show. It's such a good show. It's, if you can't stand Bruce Wayne but you want to watch Batman stuff, watch Batman Beyond. It is really, really, really good. But yeah, that is all. I'm gonna go doom scroll and then fall asleep. So, hey.